I'm constantly asked,
Jesse, you have 900 videos. Why haven't you made a video about how a musician gets sync placements and how to get your music in big TV shows, movies, or a sweet Lexus commercial?
I gotta be real. Contrary to popular belief, which everyone thinks like TikTok and Reels are how songs always blow up the fastest, the thing that has the biggest magnitude is actually exactly that, getting in TV shows and movies, aka getting sync placements. That's how you see tons of streaming movement and get a ton of streams on every platform. Think about it, if you land a spot in a movie or a TV show for years to come, every time someone new discovers that show or that movie and Shazams your track, they find out it's a banger, you get streams, a potential new fan, and oh yeah, a fee they paid you to use your song in the first place, which can often be pretty high, plus royalties. It's no wonder so many people ask me about this. So you're probably wondering now,
Jesse, why wouldn't you make a video about it then?
well, it's actually a really good question. And much like the other videos I haven't made in those 900 videos, there's never been a good answer for smaller artists without representation. But now that's changed, so we gotta go in. So by the end of this video, you'll understand how to submit your music to movies, TV shows, and other music supervisor opportunities, and I'll teach you what to write to actually get those placements. So I know what many of you are thinking right now. Sync licensing means a company like Netflix or A24 or even a brand may potentially pay you to put your song in a show and then it'll blow up so it gets tons of streams. And it feels really odd that I've never covered this. Well, we gotta chat about that. It's not like I don't know a ton about this. I've been a part of a production team that has gotten syncs in deeply cursed shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Bad Girls Club. In fact, if you watch the last season of Sex Lives of College Girls and wait for this scene where they're like at a kegger, you can hear a song where I'm yelling in the background inside the song, "Put them hands high." Since let's be real, many of you can recognize my voice and have told me about this. And even when I'm yelling with a bunch of other people, this voice really cuts through. And let's be real, I find myself doing strange things in music every single day. The point is, I know a lot about sync licensing. So much so that I've been part of some of the top placements you can get. I've seen what happens as the song gets played. The Shazams come in, and you go damn as the streams roll in. And most of all, I've seen the dumb ways my boys and I spend that money when the sync check gets cleared, since for some reason no musician is capable of spending a sync check responsibly. So if I knew about all this, why didn't I tell you all? Well, as I've talked about many times, this business is filled with predators who are looking to prey upon musicians, and this is a part of the music business that is especially bad. Scammers with courses, lists of music supervisors that do nothing for you, and even worse, insane submission fees that go to a PayPal account while the person literally does nothing except say,
"Sorry, bro, nothing for you."
It's a pit of predators, to be real. So I've always taken the stance that it's best to stay away until there was a service that could actually help you. And so many of you always assumed I didn't mention it because there's no space for artists like you who have little to no monthly listeners. And here's the funny thing, that's not even a little true, and it never has been actually. The production crew I worked with had zero audience before those songs hit those big TV shows. I'm not kidding you, they didn't even have a record out. They never made a video, promoted a song, bought an ad, performed live. I mean, we may have made a single post the day that the song dropped, but I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of questionable if all the members of the group did that. Frankly, the project was no one's priority, even though it was making money. Everyone was interested in their other projects, so why promote it when it was doing its job, which was getting placements? The point is, there's a reason artists with little to no audience get placements. In fact, if you Shazam songs on shows and movies regularly, you may even get mad because you'll observe this. You'll say,
"What the fuck, bro? I have more monthly listeners than this clown. I can't believe they're on Love RV."
But there's a reason why that artist is on Love RV and not you. If you've ever had the misfortune of watching a show like Love Island or one of those Sharknado type movies that my wife really likes to watch, you'll notice there's some big artist songs in it. They have a budget for when the director is hyped as fuck for that action scene and does what every director does. Drops Skrillex Bangarang as shit gets real. Sure enough, they max the budget out because Skrillex needs a new razor for his sideburns, and they're gonna have to pay for it since the director insists this song is in it, and now the music supervisor is left with very little money for this budget. Let's say they had $1 million of budget for placements. Well, Skrilla just ate up a ton of it, and they've got 4 songs that they still need to place. and not enough money to pay all major artists what they're going to want to get in order to be placed in this movie. And a lot of the time what happens here is the director or the editor has been cutting the movie to a certain song, and now they're told, well, you can't afford it and you can't get it because you don't have any more budget. So let's say they were cutting to the classic punk rock song AFI's I Want a Mohawk But Mom Won't Let Me Get One. And now the movie, well, they can't afford it since AFI is like, Chief, we're a classic punk band and continue to pump out bangers that people love 30 years later. This ain't the bargain bin. So thanks to Skrillex, the budget can't cover AFI. So now the music supervisor needs to find someone cheap but great. And well, that's where your broke ass who has no fans comes in. A lot of the time, the music supervisor who's been placing Skrillex and other EDM bangers in a movie knows that EDM world well. So they call up their music supervisor friend who knows punk in that world and says, I need a Soundalike with the same vibe as this AFI song. And that supervisor who knows punk says, funny enough, I got a cold email a while back. This band Incel Hypebeast has this banger of a punk song called She Blinded Me With Her Liberty Spikes. You get this, right? Like they called that haircut Liberty Spikes because they look like the Statue of Liberty and one poked him in the eye. Oh, Jesus Christ. I should have just called the song I Got Tangled in the Millennial Perm. All right, anyway. So the music supervisor sees this, sees you have only 300 monthly listeners, and knows he can get your song for what's left in the budget. He grabs your email from his boy, hits you up, offers you that small slice Skrillex didn't take, and you're now in this iconic scene of that movie that lives on forever, where the punk kid takes his skateboard, jumps off the Tesla diner, smashes a Cybertruck, and you live on in punk infamy as each generation discovers your banger as they watch this timeless classic movie. Now you might think that's highly unlikely, and yeah, let's be real. It's way more unlikely when you don't try, but sure, this is not the type of thing where this opportunity gets given to 1,000 people every day. And I'm gonna be real. I managed a punk band that got their song in a show almost exactly like this scenario I just made up. I basically just changed the names of the story to protect the anonymity for it. I've helped other artists navigate really similar situations on consulting calls when they get calls for these sync deals too. It's real. It happens. And sometimes the budget is for an artist with 600 monthly listeners and other times 600,000 monthly listeners. So the question becomes, how do you get on the radar of these music supervisors who hand out these coveted placements that make your dreams come true and give you all this money? SyncPlacement.com is brought to you by the extremely helpful people behind services like Playlist Supply, RadioPromo.io, and BookingAgent.io. Sync Placement was built by a team with roots in artist management, booking, music marketing, and catalog research, which is honestly why it's really easy to use and effective. They saw the same problem everyone in this space runs into. Great music's being pitched without a clear strategy, solid targeting, or reliable contact information. The issue, honestly, often isn't the music. It's the research of getting to the right people to send your music to. Too much time gets spent digging through IMDb, chasing outdated lists, and reaching out to the wrong people, who, let's be real, are often scammers, or have crazy fees to top it all. Sync Placement makes the process faster, clearer, and more effective by turning real placement history into practical outreach lists. And what I truly love about it, and what makes it different from every other solution I've ever seen for this, is the price. The scammers in this space were getting people to drop $1,000 for outdated lists of dead emails instead of real current info. With Sync Placement, you get access to their tools starting at $30 a month or $25 a month with a yearly plan. And if you're a professional in this space, they have packages for doing, well, if I'm being real, more pitching than I can imagine anyone doing. But anyway, let's get into the tool because it's super easy. All right, so we're now at Sync Placement. You see this landing page. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna register. Obviously, I've already registered, so I'm gonna go log in. What we could do here is we could describe a sound, a genre, or we could describe a certain type of artist. As you can see here, there's a drop down for genres. There's some common ones that get SIGs. Here's a mood that you can look for, and you could look for the artist they're at. So let's do this. Let's do action-packed EDM, select a genre. We're gonna go electronic synth pop, and let's see what we get. So obviously this is conducting a real search across different things like IMDb and LinkedIn. So it's actually looking. So as we can see here, look at that. I'm so shocked to see that Skrillex has had placements. I never hear him in anything. Let me tell you. No, that's the utmost sarcasm. A lot of Grimes, too. She's used in a lot of things. So you could go in and you could do lots of different searches. You could search all sorts of different things to try to find a better fit for you if you don't feel like that's the type of scenes that you might be in. But let's say that this feature with Calvin Harris, Everything I Know About Love, is exactly what you're looking for. You click Find Contact Info. And sure enough, you get an email at the company, you get a personal email, and you have something that you can add to your database. So what you can do actually in here is if you check this box, you can say Save to Project. You can make different projects for different styles of songs and different projects that you're looking to pitch. Let's go a totally different route. We're going to do romantic, and we're going to find Supervisors for romantic indie pop. So here's a great example, is as this generates things, obviously we see a lot of Girl in Red, a lot of Phoebe Bridgers, Mitski. So we can start to find different placements and see who is a part of that. So if we click here, we have Jen Malone's LinkedIn. So you can click there to find them on LinkedIn. I should say there's a lot of music supervisors who are looking for work on LinkedIn because that is a place where you find this type of work. So it's a good place to exist, and it's a good argument for being on LinkedIn. Whereas here we have another one, which is clearly a music supervisor. I'm obviously going to black out their name, but they have 3 different email addresses that you could potentially get that look like professional emails. And it really is as simple as that, is saving those and then getting to know their work. You could look up their credits on IMDb. And yeah, many of them will also have resume websites, since a lot of these people freelance or have their own companies. So there's lots of different ways you can find out their work to cite it when you do pitch them. Okay, but I know you all. It's great that you found all these music supervisor emails, but what the hell do you write to them to stand out? Well, reality is being informative and accurate really helps. If you tell them that your music is perfect for a scene shooting through the stars because you're trippy like Pink Floyd, and really it's slacker rock that feels like you're sunk in a bed depressed, you're not helping the music supervisor or you. But saying you're perfect for a montage where people are flying or moving from club to club, and that's what your song sounds like, well, that's a problem a lot of music supervisors need to solve, and your song may be right for it. So let's start with the subject. What you want to do is be descriptive about past work that the supervisor has done. So for example, if you know that they did a certain show and they need to do a certain type of scene on a regular basis, or they're doing another scene of that show and there's going to be a type of scene, say for chase scenes just like in this show you did. Or you could describe the sound of other artists that they commonly place very regularly and may not be able to afford. Words like energetic indie rock or blissful romantic scene setting, those things really help, since those solve problems for music supervisors. And let's be honest, they're just like everyone else. They're looking to get their job done fast so they can do something else. Now, let's get into the email, since I'm not kidding you. Everyone agrees on how to do this. There's no secret sauce. I mean, honest to God, I've been reading different articles on how to write these emails for literally a decade and a half, and everyone says the same thing. It's 3 short paragraphs, and that is it. And if you're writing over 150 words and it can't be scanned easily by bolding the key words in it, well, you're really messing up. Here's what each paragraph does. Paragraph 1 is a brief introduction that shows you aren't just carpet bombing them, meaning sending it to everyone on Earth. Supervisors want to see that you are not wasting their time and that you know their work and you're actually making a submission to them that will help their day go easier and be relevant to them. So show that you know their work. State who you are in one sentence, name your genre, and reference something specific about the supervisor's work, maybe a season they just finished or something like that, and get to the point fast to that paragraph. Paragraph 2 contains your streaming link and a 1-line description of what you're sending. Make sure that streaming link is never going to expire. If you're going to update the mix later on Dropbox and things like that, that streaming link may go away. If you stop paying for a subscription service, that may go away. Curate 1 to 3 tracks maximum tailored to the supervisor's project. Honestly, just throwing songs at the wall and being like, I'd rather include 3 than 1 that's really specific and right for it, isn't helping you or them. It's just wasting their time and building animosity. So try to nail this as best you can. Paragraph 3 should have your clearance status, which in simple terms means do you have a publishing deal or a record label they will also need to clear it through. A lot of the time, these supervisors have 24 to 48 hours to work when something gets pulled or they need another song because a new seed got added in all of a sudden and they have to put a song to it. And guess what? If they know a lot of the time that if they go through a big hassle of getting a bigger artist with a record label and a publishing deal, that's not going to work in the timeline they need it, and they may need an artist that has no strings attached. After that, thank them and provide your contact information, email and phone number, and that's it. No life story, no career timeline, no request for feedback, definitely no story about how you and Kevbo Hardy and James Julian Jackson have been playing music together since you met at the bar on St. Patrick's Day. No one needs to hear that crap in any context. And honestly, I found following up to pretty much be useless. These people read these emails if it sounds compelling to them. If it doesn't, they're not reading the follow-up either. You're just wasting your own time. Frankly, they have software to save what might be useful for later. You may not get a call from an email you send about this for 2 years, but all of a sudden you're the right pick. But you can feel free to keep submitting future tracks and reminding them that you exist as time goes on. But I should say I really encourage you to use syncplacement.com since you can find the right music supervisors, pitch smarter, and move faster. Head to the description to get my link to get their current best deal and support the channel, and check out syncplacement.com. So here's the thing, if you're interested in this, I have a video about how you find more influential people in the music business. It's one of my most important videos. It's on the screen right now and linked in the description. So make sure you watch that next if you really want to level up.